Hi, my name is Miss Paula Merritt. I am here to share some special education laws from the past to present, a few important court cases that help make special education what it is today, and share with you some resources to help you along this special education journey. The first White House Conference on Children was in 1910. The goal was on how to treat children with special needs in schools. The conference led to an increased interest in educating children with disabilities in public school settings rather than institutionalizing them. It was then that students with disabilities were moved from institutions to public schools, where classes were formed in public schools to meet their needs. In the 30s and 40s, parents began to band together to advocate for their children's rights, although it did not reach the national level until the 1950s. It did so with the National Association for Retarded Citizens in September 1950. Their main mission was to advocate the rights and interests of individuals with mental retardation. Some other advocacy groups were the National Society for Autistic Children in 1961, the National Association for Down Syndrome in 1961, and the Association for Children with Learning Disabilities in 1964. The biggest breakthrough for education was during the Civil Rights Movement with a very well-known court case called Brown versus the Board of Education. It did not only have a big impact on minorities, but for special education students as well. This case went all the way to the Supreme Court in 1952, in which the justice ruled unanimously that racial segregation of children in public schools was unconstitutional. This helped open new doors for students with disabilities as well. A few more landmark cases were developed. One was Park versus Pennsylvania. This law stated that states could not deny mentally retarded children access to free public education. The other, Mills versus the Board of Education. This law stated that schools must provide supplemental services needed for children to attend school at no cost to parents. Today, our special education students are protected by two very well-known laws called IDEA and No Child Left Behind. IDEA is known as the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, that ensures students with disabilities get a free, appropriate public education, tailored to the student's individual needs. No Child Left Behind Act provides more qualified teachers to students with disabilities, increased accountability on schools, provides your child to be placed in a more appropriate school, even if it's out of your child's or out of your school district, and early intervention reading programs. I would like to close with some positive words from a former United States president. President Bill Clinton stated on November 29, 2000, that in the last 25 years, we have seen tremendous progress with students with disabilities. They are graduating from high school, completing college, and entering the workforce. We must continue this progress over the next 25 years and beyond. Now, I would like to recommend a few sources to keep you up to date with current legal trends in special education. 1. Google search blogs and newsletters that pertain to special education. 2. Join local advocacy groups. 3. Search the Department of Education, where there is an abundance of information under the Parent tab. 4. Contact a special education lawyer if needed, because they are the most qualified person to talk to. And 5, remember, you can always talk to your special education teacher. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to call my office or email me. You can find that information on our school webpage. Thank you.